Is this conversation relevant now? We are 30 years into democracy. We have got a rainbow nation. We have got a GNU. We had the Truth and Reconciliation. I can go on and on. We are stronger together, Springboks. We look in family structures. You know, you look at this class. It's beautiful salad, as you have fruit salad, as we've spoken about. Why can't we just move on and kind of get on with the work and kind of leave the past behind?
Okay, we hear that a lot, Maanda, especially in my work within corporates. Can't we just move on?
Yes.
I think the real issue is that South Africa has moved beyond apartheid, but it hasn't yet moved beyond racial polarization.
Sure.
That is the challenge.
Sure.
So even if we look at the elections, they are very largely race-based elections.
Sure.
And race is there. Just about everything in South Africa is in one way or another touched by race. So yes, it would be nice to just sweep it under the carpet and hope that it goes away by itself one day. But that's not going to work. We've tried that already. In companies, people would say, you can't talk about politics at work.
Yes.
You mustn't bring religion and all these other very sensitive things into the workplace. And of course, that doesn't work either. So we have to have these courageous conversations, and we need to have them now.
Sure.
We cannot move into the future without having addressed the past.
Do we not have a rainbow nation?
Not yet.
Right.
We are working towards it, but we're not there yet. If you look at the fact that we're such an unequal country, how can we possibly say we have a rainbow nation? 70% of our youth are unemployed.
Sure.
There's no rainbow there.
I think to the youth, the Rainbow Nation, they don't understand what it means. It's no longer relevant to them.
Sure.
You know, I think it's very important that we pay attention to the youth who were born, so-called born frees, but you know, they're still shackled by poverty.
Sure.
They've got no real role models. Sure. And they are made to pay in certain instances for the sins of their fathers. So they've got no sense of belonging. I think we need to move on beyond, not trying to recapture the rainbow, but find something different.
I love how you were head on to kind of show the ideals of the preamble to the Constitution, and had the sort of direct contrast to our reality. Do you want to just sort of unpack that? Because I don't know, if I'm sitting here, I'll say, why should I bother? I've got a job and my kids go to school, etc., etc. Why should people here bother? Other than just read a book, and it's a good one to read.
One of the key themes in the book is that we need to take the Constitution out of the closet and begin to live it.
Sure.
You know, we've got a set of ringing phrases,
yes.
but we are not really, and that's very clear from Leon and Mbali's essays, that we are not living what the Constitution requires us to do. And, you know, for instance, the Constitution acknowledges that while race as such may be a social construct, one cannot ignore the way in which race has impacted upon the lived reality of many South Africans and impacted on our educational, our economical, our political system and health systems, and our deepening inequality. I mean, we're the most unequal country in the world. So what the Constitution is really trying to do is telling us that these wrongs must be righted.
Sure.
And it's outspoken, and we refer to one of the judgments, that the relationships must be healed.
Sure.
Healing is necessary, because the Constitution is often attacked for black economic empowerment,
yes,
as one way.
Come to that one as well.
Of one way of healing righting the wrongs of the past.
Yeah.
And yes, that's an interesting debate and an important debate. But you need to heal the relationships.
Sure.
And I think that is what the Constitution wants us to do. It's not asking for crony capitalism.
Sure.
Which, I mean, if BEE is applied unwisely or wrongly, for lack of a better word,
yes.
I mean, that will develop into crony capitalism, and that's what the Harvard Hausman report also slapped. We're not for that. But, and I think Ian should answer that, we are for the fact that the wrongs need to be righted.